for the monarchy after Harry and Meghan used their vile Netflix reality series to try and tear down the late Queen's most treasured institution. Here's a reminder.
Commonwealth is still described
Prince Harry is said to be in a state of turmoil, his composure completely shaken by an unexpected and devastating revelation. Tom Bower, the sharp-witted royal biographer known for his fearless exposures, has reportedly released what sources are describing as game-changing recordings. But the fallout doesn't stop with Harry. Meghan Markle is once again at the heart of the storm, and this time, public sympathy may be in short supply. According to insiders, these tapes contain raw, unedited audio of Meghan's private conversations, revealing her ambitions, secret negotiations, and, most alarmingly, a scheme tied to the children she refers to as her own. The most shocking part? The recordings allegedly expose details that could reshape public perception entirely. The world is watching, and forgiveness may no longer be an option.
That Netflix series did, literally a few weeks ago. Then all of a sudden they say, but come on, we want our Californian kids to be prince and princess. It's beyond a joke.
The phrase rented kids is no longer just online speculation. It's now directly linked to what these alleged recordings supposedly reveal. Let's break down the first 5 key points that explain why the scandal stands out and why it might unravel everything Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have worked for. Insiders connected to Tom Bower say the tapes feature Meghan discussing a troubling idea, crafting an ideal public persona by artificially constructing a family image designed to appeal to both Hollywood and the international press. In one leaked clip, which multiple sources claim is genuine, Meghan reportedly says, "People connect to stories about mothers and children. That's how you build empathy." Critics argue the statement doesn't sound like something a caring mother would say, raising serious questions about her true intentions.
Yeah, I mean, they are the arch hypocrites. And what's so awful about the Commonwealth thing is that it's vital for Britain. It's important for the 54 nations who are part of it.
This doesn't sound like a mother's genuine concern. It sounds like a strategist calculating her next public relations move. The accusation of Archie and Lilibet being rented goes beyond questioning whether the children exist. It suggests they may have been used as tools in Meghan's carefully crafted media strategy. Legal experts are now weighing in, warning that if these recordings are officially verified or fully exposed, the fallout could be global. Some speculate that Harry and Meghan's legal standing as parents might even face challenges under British law, particularly if there's any validity to the rented children claims. As for Tom Bower, his reputation for airtight sources suggests this wasn't just a lucky discovery. Reports indicate he spent time gathering a collection of private exchanges, including phone records and other confidential material, to build his case.
They have demeaned it by saying that it's all Empire Stroke 2 and the Netflix thing. But of course, the greatest damage which the Sussexes have done to the Commonwealth is their accusation of racism. The royal family is racist, which he then peddled back on Harry because he knew it was untrue. It was one of Meghan's many lies. And that is really what's so awful. That's why...
These recordings and documents reportedly cover a wide time frame, stretching from before Harry and Meghan's royal departure in 2020 up to the present day. If authenticated, this evidence could fundamentally undermine Prince Harry's royal heritage and public standing. The tapes are also said to reveal Meghan's supposed political ambitions, with one conversation allegedly focusing on how projecting an image of modern motherhood could increase her public approval ratings. Experts note this aligns with Meghan's recent activities, collaborating with feminist organizations, producing documentary projects, and advocating for issues tied to American ideals. However, if investigations prove that a portrayal as a devoted mother was primarily a strategic move rather than an authentic reflection of her life, the consequences could be severe. The fallout may extend beyond reputation damage, potentially affecting her credibility in both public and political spheres.
Very hard yesterday to assert the importance of the Commonwealth. He's quite right, but whether that'll save the institution...
Well, the problem is it's had none of the pickup as the Netflix series did. What did you make of the Prince and Princess thing? Because it felt very telling to me that the royal family didn't update their website.
The revelations present a far more troubling scenario than previously imagined. According to sources familiar with the recordings, one of the most disturbing aspects involves Prince Harry's apparent hesitation in the beginning. A particularly poignant moment allegedly captures him asking, "Is this really necessary?" Only to relent moments later when Meghan reportedly replies, "It's too late to turn back. This is our reality now." This portrayal suggests Harry wasn't an eager participant, but rather a defeated figure who gradually yielded to Meghan's strategic vision, sacrificing what remained of his royal identity in the process. While the public once viewed Harry with compassion for his struggles with mental health, these alleged exchanges could reshape that perception entirely, painting him as someone who, despite his reservations, allowed children to become part of a calculated public relations strategy.
Do you think Charles was hoping that Harry and Meghan would say, oh, you know what, we actually don't want the title?
Well, I think this is a very sad indication of King Charles's weakness. He should have signed the letters which prevented them taking the titles. And just in the same way that he can't decide, really, whether Harry should come...
For years, Meghan and Harry have maintained strict privacy around their children, consistently avoiding full-face photographs and limiting public appearances. Initially, this was widely interpreted as protective measure, a celebrity couple shielding their young family from intrusive media attention. However, in light of the alleged recordings, that same privacy now appears potentially strategic rather than purely parental. Royal experts have pointed out the striking absence of candid, independently verified images of Archie and Lilibet in public settings. This raises disturbing questions. Was their seclusion actually designed to conceal a more elaborate deception? Could their children's very existence have been leveraged as props in a carefully constructed publicity campaign? These revelations only scratch the surface of the controversy. The coming days will reveal how media outlets and the public process these explosive allegations, and what consequences may follow for the Sussexes' carefully cultivated image.
I mean, clearly as a father he'd like him there, but this isn't about being the father. This is about being the head of the nation. And he should make quite clear that Harry is not welcome. But everything about Charles is so indecisive. He can't even at the moment decide whether he should wear a uniform or not on the coronation, or breeches. And he can't decide which religious group...
Behind the closed doors of royal palaces, secret maneuvers are unfolding as these shocking revelations threaten to reshape Meghan's future in politics, entertainment, and a public role as a mother. Don't go anywhere. The next 5 explosive disclosures will absolutely astonish you. The aftershock from Tom Bower's bombshell recordings are still reverberating through royal institutions. For Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, this is merely the start of what insiders describe as their most devastating crisis yet. The Sussexes are now desperately trying to manage what experts are calling an unparalleled scandal. The controversial claims about Archie and Lilibet potentially being rented children have ignited global controversy, with people everywhere reacting with shock, skepticism, and outrage. As soon as news of the tapes broke, international media outlets, from major newspapers to cable networks, exploded with coverage analyzing every angle of this unbelievable story.
This is the problem with Charles, and has been throughout his whole life. He wants to please everybody, and yet he poses as a confrontationist, and it doesn't work. So he should have, vis-a-vis the Sussexes, cancelled the titles, and he should make absolutely clear that Harry is not welcome.
And the thing is, he would have had the public on side.
He will, and the public will be very against him if Harry comes.
Media outlets immediately scrambled to dissect every shocking allegation. Sensational headlines accuse Meghan of potential fraud, with numerous publications casting doubt on whether Archie and Lilibet truly exist as presented. Public fascination reached fever pitch as reporters intensified the demand for explanations about the children's mysterious lack of public appearances and the unusual secrecy surrounding their births. The Sussexes' carefully constructed public image, once considered unshakable, is now collapsing under the weight of continuous media examination. Well-placed sources at Buckingham Palace reveal that the royal family is secretly preparing for what may become an all-out PR war. While maintaining an official stance of silence, palace officials have reportedly increased their covert efforts to challenge the Sussexes' version of events. Several high-ranking royal aides are allegedly gathering their own evidence to refute the damaging claims circulating about Harry and Meghan.
Well, and what's going to happen there? Because what has really annoyed me over the past couple of weeks is Harry and Meghan yet again are treating the coronation as if this is some sort of reality show, some sort of game. Oh, we've received our email invitation now, but we're not going to reveal whether we're coming or not. It's so transparent that they want to make it all about them.
The royal family appears divided on how to respond, with some members pushing to actively disprove the shocking claims, while others recommend waiting it out, confident that public support for the couple will fade naturally over time. Online spaces are transformed into heated war zones, with Meghan's loyal defenders and vocal critics locked in fierce debates about the controversial rented children accusations. While some die-hard fans insist the recordings are completely fake or part of a malicious character assassination, an increasing number of concerned observers are calling for full disclosure and consequences. Every day, social media sees new trending hashtags demanding the truth, alongside wild speculations that only add to confusion surrounding this bizarre scandal. Legal experts are now entering the fray, warning that if concrete evidence surfaces to validate the rented kids theory, the consequences could be severe, potentially triggering court-ordered custody evaluations or even launching official criminal probes into the matter.
The Buckingham Palace is failing because they shouldn't allow them to get away with it. After all, they weren't even invited to Elton John's party yesterday at the Oscars.
Really?
So,
or the Oscar ceremony itself.
I mean, they really are, nobody is in Hollywood, but somehow the King Charles is going to make them somebody in London, the most important event of his life. And, of course, that is the problem.
The legal complications could grow even more serious if surrogacy or adoption laws were bypassed or inaccurately presented. The situation is further complicated by the Sussexes' dual citizenship and the fact that their family arrangements span multiple legal jurisdictions. Legal experts warn that this controversy could turn into a lengthy and difficult legal battle. According to reports, the leaked recordings have damaged Prince Harry's relationship with the royal family more than ever before. Insiders reveal that the Duke feels deeply betrayed and alone, holding the media partly responsible while also struggling with his own involvement in the situation. The once close bond between brothers, Harry and William, has reportedly deteriorated, with rumors suggesting they now barely speak. Some believe the scandal could permanently cut the Sussexes' ties to the monarchy. Meanwhile, the entertainment industry, which had once been a refuge for Meghan, may no longer offer the same security.
And that is going to undermine the status of the monarchy in Britain if he's not very careful.
And so what do you think Harry and Meghan are weighing up?
Well, they're weighing up how they can always promote themselves.
And then they've got to come, though.
Well, they haven't got to come, because if they're put in row 54 behind the column, they won't come, and that's exactly what should happen. But
the entertainment industry appears to be losing confidence. Several of Meghan's projects have been put on hold as studios grow cautious due to the escalating controversy. Industry insiders suggest that her reputation as a forward-thinking advocate has been significantly damaged, which could restrict her opportunities for future roles and brand partnerships. Even Prince Harry's production agreements are facing increased scrutiny, with business partners reluctant to be linked to the ongoing drama. Meanwhile, Archie, the Sussexes' non-profit organization, has seen a sharp decline in donations and public support. Major contributors have allegedly stepped back, pointing to the damaging media attention as their primary concern. Staff members and associates have voiced their frustration and confusion over the foundation's future as the scandal continues to cast a shadow over its operations.
Embarrassed. If they know we're going to be embarrassed by our seating position, about our access to official events, they might decide not to.
The leaks from the palace are all they've had the invitation and we're going to put them into Iceland. What they should do is they're invited but they're going to be humiliated. And that's really... Because this week was very interesting how the Sussex news machine has been gurgitating.
The British public and media are intensifying pressure on Buckingham Palace for clarity. The royal family's long-standing tradition of silence is under strain as the Sussex controversy risks damaging the monarchy's image. Several royal experts speculate that the palace may have no choice but to release an official response regarding the leaked recordings and the questions surrounding the children, a move that would break from centuries of established protocol. Meghan's high-profile activism, particularly on racial equality and gender rights, now faces growing doubt. Opponents claim that the alleged deception weakens her moral authority, complicating her ability to drive meaningful change. This wave of criticism could dismantle the advocacy work she has built over years. Central to the turmoil are Archie and Lilibet, whose status remains a focal point in the unfolding drama.
Harry's misinformation commission report, which went into the dustbin. Then she's going to launch the TIG. Yeah. Then they say the royals were invited to the baptism ceremony. It was interesting that no one else knew about that. Everything is a constant drip now. And then, of course, what was really important was that photograph of Meghan the day after.
The limited public sightings of the children, combined with unsettling claims about their origins, have sparked serious concerns about their welfare and right to privacy. Close observers worry the young ones might unintentionally become casualties in a broader conflict, which could affect both their emotional development and their long-term connection to the monarchy. While Tom Bower's explosive recordings have dramatically altered public perception of the Sussexes, this controversy shows no signs of resolution. Harry and Meghan now face critical decisions that will determine not just their professional futures, but also the preservation of family relationships. With global attention fixed on the unfolding drama, it's evident that the ripple effects from these disclosures will continue shaping lives far beyond the current moment.